You're watching News Channel 11 in your corner at 6.
It was just loud shaking and rumbling, and it's like, what in the world? You know, it's like a bomb went off.
We've just learned 2 explosions happened this morning at Eastman Chemical Company, an event that impacted schools and many who live around this massive industry in the heart of Kingsport. Orders for part of Kingsport to shelter in place until further notice. Those have since been lifted. Once again, good evening. Thanks for being here. I'm Josh Smith.
And I'm Sarah Diamond. The News Channel 11 team continues round-the-clock coverage following reports of explosions just after 10 o'clock this morning.
We heard from you from as far away as Church Hill, Weber City, Virginia, telling us, what was that? I heard a blast. And we captured video of the whole moment when really that major blast happened from a bird's eye view from atop nearby Bays Mountain.
Yeah, Eastman issued a statement this afternoon saying no one suffered any injuries beyond those requiring simple first aid. But panicked and concerned viewers contacted us for answers after schools nearby were asked to keep students inside until issues at Eastman were resolved. Just after 2 o'clock this afternoon, schools in Kingsport and Sullivan County lifted that safety measure.
We have audio of the reverse 911 call that went out from police to people who live nearby in Kingsport. Listen to this.
This is an emergency message from Kingsport 911. As a precautionary measure, residents within 1/4 mile of Eastman Chemical Company are asked to shelter in place due to an interruption in their processes. There have not been any hazardous chemical releases.
Just after 3 this morning, Eastman issued an alert saying traffic in a half-mile radius around the plant, that's John B. Dennis and Moreland Drive in that area, was closed due to traffic that was automobiles and foot traffic. Now, since that time, police say traffic's back to normal. Jared Drive, Eastman officials have just confirmed, is still closed tonight so they can get in and out of where the blasts happened. Our team's monitoring all angles of this still developing story tonight, as the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation, we've learned, is also keeping a close eye on what happened at Eastman.
We're in your corner with team coverage. We begin tonight with Curtis McLeod, who for hours reached out to officials at Eastman and just moments ago received some new information during a press conference we brought you live at 5:30.
And that's when they started to follow protocol.
Yeah, good evening. That press conference just wrapped up not too long ago here at the Employee Center on the campus of Eastman Chemicals, and they're telling us for the first time today that there was not just one explosion that happened, but 2 explosions that happened during an equipment swap during a process that they were doing earlier this morning. Now, when we spoke with them here, they were telling us about several things that they are doing right now. They're still trying to go through and do their due diligence and find out exactly how this transpired, what happened, but they're going to give us those new details as soon as they can assess the situation and get those details. And we also asked questions about emissions that happened during that situation, and they were able to tell us a little bit about what happened, what gases were emitted into the air. Take a listen. There were emissions released?
There were emissions released, but none that posed a risk.
Can you talk about what type of emissions were released at this point?
It would generally be emissions associated with the process, so carbon monoxide and hydrogen would be 2.
Now, of course, I want to reiterate that here they had just first aid injuries, some scrapes. They said that they were able to tend to there on the scene after this situation happened earlier today. Again, a lot of people telling us that the state, of course, involved. They're waiting to hear from them and figure out exactly what's going to happen with that part of this investigation. Of course, we're in the very early stages of all of this right now, and of course, we're going to continue to check in with officials here at Eastman and bring you the very latest. But for now, we're live in Kingsport at Eastman Chemicals. Curtis McLeod, News Channel 11, in your corner.
All right, Curtis, thank you very much.
Elizabeth Kubel continues our team coverage in Kingsport tonight, where she spoke with several people who rushed for cover, including a nurse who remembers the 1960 explosion at Eastman.
Sarah and Josh, I want to show you the sky here behind me tonight. As you can see right now, nothing really out of the ordinary, kind of blue skies right here, but a few hours ago we were on scene when it was just filled with billowing smoke, and I spoke to people who work here and live nearby who were sharing some pretty vivid stories with me about what they saw and what they heard here near Eastman's property just a few hours ago. What started as a typical day at work for Sean Jenkins?
I was in the building and it was just a big shake, a big vibration.
Quickly turned into anything but typical.
I thought that it was somebody local letting off dynamite.
Jenkins says he ran outside his Kingsport shop and snapped these pictures, capturing what he described as something looking like a bomb explosion.
There's a big cloud of smoke. You could see it rolling.
Fearing what would happen next.
Your initial reaction is, what's going to blow next?
It's a similar story for Glenda Manus Dykes.
Around 10 o'clock a.m. this morning, I felt a huge shake in the office.
She too was at work.
The doctor was right in the middle of a root canal, and we were rushing to get patients out of the building for fear that the building would fall in.
But for Glenda, the day strikes a chord too close to home.
On this day in 1960, when I was a little girl, Eastman had an explosion. And my dad brought us to this place for our safety.
Now, that day, decades ago, and today, both ones she says she'll never forget. And I'm sure not for just that lady, Glenda, who we spoke to, but for so many people here in Kingsport, it seems like it's a day that they too won't forget. It really has been a story that people have been asking us about all day. So it really is something that has been on everyone's mind today. Live in Kingsport, Elizabeth Kubel, News Channel 11, in your corner.
Elizabeth, thanks. And those on high alert following the explosion at Eastman were local emergency agencies.
That's right. Eastman executives in that live news conference were thanking Kingsport first responders for their help in dealing with what happened there today. With that said, while there were first responders there, we also found out there were some communications issues through the day. Jordan Moore continues team coverage from our newsroom downtown Kingsport. You spoke with Hawkins County emergencies managers who told you throughout the day several times there were some real issues in finding out what was actually happening in the city, right?
Well, Hawkins County EMA Director Gary Merle told me it was the television, specifically our newscast, where he first learned about the shelter-in-place notification from Eastman, telling us the entire morning was really chaotic as he tried to get his staff any information on what was actually going on at Eastman. Merle said his phone, along with his staff and 911 operators in Hawkins County, they were ringing off the hook, saying the frustrating part was he had no factual information to share with people who were relying on him as a source. In fact, Merle called me around 12:30 this afternoon to try to see if we could tell him anything.
We were trying to figure out what was going on when I talked to you a couple of times. We still hadn't been notified officially of what had happened. We was trying to get bits and pieces from people. Sometimes you need to put it out there. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's not, it's not. But let's don't leave it guessing.
And when I spoke to Merle this afternoon, he told me he also called in extra staff this morning. And even at one point, he himself drove to the Hawkins-Sullivan County line to put himself on standby in case he needed to respond. For now, reporting live in the Kingsport newsroom, Jordan Moore, News Channel 11, in your corner.
Jordan, thank you. Kingsport and Sullivan County school leaders told students and staff to stay inside, to shut off the HVAC units as a precaution for several hours earlier today.
Yeah, Director of Sullivan County Schools Evelyn Rafalowski said schools in the north and south zones were impacted, as well as Northeast State Community College and Kingsport City Schools.
You know, we felt it was just best to obviously put students in as safe a position as possible and follow the lead of Eastman and authorities on going into that shelter in place.
Parents were notified by social media, email, phone, and text. Schools returned to normal operation just before 1:30 this afternoon. Well, today's incident happening as Eastman announced it would be conducting site-wide testing of its hazardous vapor release alerting system.
Yeah, it's weird that it was on the same
Timing,
day. Yeah, the company said the original drill procedures were to ensure emergency preparedness systems are operating properly. An executive tonight said, "We did the real thing today." And then there was this. It was on this day 57 years ago. There was a deadly explosion at Eastman. At that time, 1960, the Kingsport Times-News newspaper reported it was the worst tragedy in city history. 16 people died. We're very happy to report tonight no fatalities, no serious injuries at all. Alex Looney was 21 years old in 1960 and said he has never forgotten that day.
I was on the golf course at Meadowview, believe it or not, and we heard this terrific explosion. Then, of course, for the next several hours, you heard sirens and saw all sorts of emergency vehicles.
Looney told us several of his friends who worked at Eastman at the time died in that explosion. Horrible thing. Hey, stay with us tonight on News Channel 11. We're going to continue team coverage of 2 explosions that happened at Eastman this morning. That's throughout the evening.
We will also bring you any updates as they become available on our website, WJHL.com.
Plus, we're still holding on to fair skies. Dry conditions through Friday. We could be looking at a hurricane now affecting the Gulf Coast. That could bring us rain by the weekend. Your forecast coming up next.
Welcome to Valley Forge Wholesale, where we have something for everyone. Whether you need to stock up on daily cleaning supplies and food products, or you're looking for that unique specialty gift for the season, we have numerous items like toiletries, bedding, tools, or maybe you want the best price on a mattress or a recliner. We have new merchandise arriving weekly, so make sure you check us out frequently to see what's new.
New merchandise at wholesale prices.
You got some see for yourself.
New tonight.
Let's do this.
When we face the worst.
The last satellite pass appears to show bioweapons factory.
News says you never take us anywhere nice.
America sends in the best.
At this level, tier 1. These guys are all stars.
Critics are saying SEAL Team deserves a salute.
Go, go, go! Red, white, and blue, baby.
David Boreanaz stars in SEAL Team. New CBS Tonight, 9/8 Central.
So the satellite went out last night in the rain in the middle of my show. I've had it. We're switching to Spectrum.
Wait, what? Honey? All right, you've got free HD and free primetime on demand.
Yeah, right. Free.
Yeah, it's free.
Get Spectrum TV with superior HD in any weather. Plus thousands of titles free on demand. Just $29.99 a month. Call 844-417-2999.
And you get 60 megabit Spectrum internet.
60? Is that even legal?
Shouldn't you get ready for work?
Get the fastest internet starting speeds for the price. Just $29.99 a month. Plus unlimited nationwide calling with Spectrum Voice. Call 844-417-2999.
Okay, you're all set.
That's the deal, huh? 1-year contract?
Nope. No contracts.
What happens on Maple Street stays on Maple Street.
Get Spectrum TV, internet, and voice for just $29.99 a month each with no contracts. Call 844-417-2999.
Here's some numbers you can count on from AutoNation. Ready? 20,000. That's the number of AutoNation pre-owned vehicles we have online and at our stores. Next number, 250. That's how many stores we have as America's largest automotive retailer. Now, the last number, and it's big. One price. Every AutoNation pre-owned vehicle is marked with our lowest price guarantee. No haggling, no pressure. That's something you can count on. Shop now at AutoNation.com. Meet me.
Now, Storm Team 11, Chief Meteorologist Mark Reynolds.
We are still looking at beautiful blue sky, dry weather continuing tonight into tomorrow. Take a look at that, just gorgeous out and about. We're looking at Greene County. Current temperature, Tri-City Airport at this hour. It is still warm as our highs have been holding in the low 80s. We're sitting at 81 degrees. Wind is calm and the pressure at 30-32. Our Kingsport and Johnson City and also Bristol cameras all showing the same thing today. Take a look. We'll show you what it looks like out and about. We're looking at North Johnson City here too. Just a gorgeous evening into making that beautiful sunset out there. Get out and enjoy it. Once that sun goes down, though, it will become chilly, so watch out for that overnight. You'll need a jacket or a sweater during the late night, early morning period. All right, take a look. We're showing you what's going on with our numbers today, all the way up to 83. That was our afternoon high, and the low this morning down to 44. No rainfall. Average right now, 73. So we are staying above average at least by 10 degrees today. We'll maintain that probably through Saturday. Viper radar very quiet. That's how it stays overnight. We're watching showers off to our west with a front. And then I don't want to draw your attention to areas of Florida watching an easterly wave here pulling into moisture across the Florida Peninsula, but you have to go farther south than that. We are watching tropical depression number 16, which actually will move into the Gulf of Mexico, could become a hurricane, and if it does become a tropical named storm, the name on that will become Nate, and there's many forecast models hinting at this becoming a hurricane moving into the Gulf Coast, anywhere from Louisiana to the Florida Panhandle. So we'll watch that that carefully by the weekend, early next week. 75 right now, Wise, 80 in Knoxville, 67 in Boone. Over the rest of the southeast, temperatures mild, 77 in Myrtle Beach. It is 82 now in Memphis and 74 in Chicago. Hey, look at our forecast maps tonight. Very quiet, plain and simple for you. Dry weather prevailing. Overnight lows again, upper 40s to around 50. Thursday, beautiful. High pressure dominates, keeping us dry right into our Friday. But you notice a weather pattern change here. Look at that tropical moisture surging north as we go to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Looks like a better rain chance coming into play over the southeast. That with the front helping to draw that moisture northward. That's going to be beneficial news for us. There again is tropical depression number 16. And take a look at the Hurricane Center, watching this carefully. It looks like it will become a tropical storm as it makes its way into the Gulf of Mexico. Could become a hurricane with maximum sustained winds at 75, maybe 80 or 85 as it makes a possible landfall here from Louisiana into Florida by Sunday and Monday. We'll watch that very carefully. Here's a look at our forecast. Low down to 48 tonight with fair skies. Tomorrow, another warm afternoon, 82 with mostly sunny skies. Our 7-day forecast. Check out your temperatures. Highs in the 80s at least through Saturday, 70s as we're going to Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That's because the rain chances are increasing and really dependent on the track of these tropical systems. Will depend on how much rain we see, but definitely watching that change in the pattern, which is good news.
That is.
Yeah, wonderful news.
That's the 7-day we've been needing for a little bit.
Yeah, it's very dry out there, very crunchy. So we'll take any rain we can get right now.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah. All right.
Well, we are in your corner tonight with new developments after investigators uncovered more than 900 rounds of ammunition during a traffic stop, prompting police to search a Johnson City home.
Also tonight, there is a manhunt underway. Breaking news tonight on the air, a bank robbery happened this afternoon in Johnson City at a Tri-Cities bank. We're going to have the latest on that next on News Channel 11 at 6.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. If you have or are eligible for Medicaid, please listen closely. You may be eligible for a Medicare Advantage plan from WellCare Health Plans with zero or low plan premium. Call 1-866-626-4021 now. That's 1-866-626-4021. Representatives will provide detailed information and help see if you qualify. WellCare provides access to a large network of local and regional doctors and hospitals. Plus, some plans may include benefits for dental, vision, hearing, Part D prescription drugs, and more. WellCare is contracted with Medicare to provide plans that may be right for you. Call 1-866-626-4021 now. That's 1-866-626-4021.
Eva Taylor and Dillo Taylor Funeral Homes began building trust with your families in 1929. That trust has been honored throughout generations. It's been a blessing for our family to have a loyal and caring staff to also fulfill that legacy. Our experience and desire to honor your loved one has made every funeral one to be remembered. Serving your family is our privilege and promise.
Just as the leaves begin to change, things at Dollywood get remarkably strange. Pumpkins grin from ear to ear because Dollywood's Great Pumpkin Luminites is here. From early morn to late into the night, it's rides, fun, and family done just right. Dollywood's all-new Great Pumpkin Luminites. Go today before it all glows away.
Come to Play Days and Glow Nights. Open daily until 9 p.m.
A bank robbery suspect remains on the run tonight.
Johnson City Police said someone targeted Tri-City Community Bank on Boones Creek Road just before 3 this afternoon. At this time, investigators have released very few details about the case. We do know the FBI is taking over this bank robbery investigation. We're going to continue to monitor new developments following the robbery at Tri-City Community Bank on air, as well as on our website, WJHL.com. The Washington County, Tennessee Sheriff's Office is revealing new information about what they uncovered during a search of a Johnson City home following a traffic stop that resulted in the seizure of weapons and more than 900 rounds of ammunition.
We heard today from District Attorney General Tony Clark. He said not only did the suspect Scott Edmiston threaten arresting officers, but General Clark said he also made threats to Child Protective Services and sent letters to local juvenile court judges that Clark said rather, did not contain direct threats to those judges, but could be interpreted as threatening in nature. Well, the search of that home on Clearwood Drive yesterday in Johnson City came after that Monday morning traffic stop by Washington County, Tennessee Sheriff's deputies. They said they found several weapons, more than 900 rounds of ammunition. Investigators said they do not know what or if there were any intentions regarding the weapons or what Edmonston meant by those threats.
There was a threat made directly towards the Child Protective Services, and I think they had been involved with his family prior to the incident Monday morning.
Edmonston, for his part, still in jail tonight in Jonesboro. He's scheduled to appear in court next week.
Kenny joins us now with what's ahead in sports.
Well, Vols head coach Butch Jones says his team has blocked out the outside noise as it prepares for South Carolina in 2 weeks. Plus, this week's TV 11 Player of the Week has dealt with injuries most of his career, but now it's time to shine. I'll tell you who he is next in sports.
At Johnny Brusco's, it's more than pizza, more than wings. Lasagna, chicken parmesan, salads, cheesecake, and a whole lot more. Johnny Brusco's. Dine in, carry out, and party trays. Fresh for every occasion.
It's football time in Tennessee, and you know what that means. Chaparral Buick GMC Trucks has you covered for your tailgating needs. Whether you're in the market for a new truck or a used truck, a small truck or a big truck, Chaparral has it all. So come by Chaparral Buick GMC Trucks, your truck headquarters on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. And don't forget, Chaparral has trucks, and even more trucks. And that's really no bull.
Important information. If you've been denied Social Security disability, your time to appeal may be limited. Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds are specialists in Social Security disability cases. They understand how the system works and will provide the expertise that you need. Get the Social Security disability benefits you deserve by calling the law offices of Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds. Don't delay. You have a limited time to file your appeal. The call is free. Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds. Attorneys at law. Social Security disability.
AutoNation has some numbers you can count on, especially if you're buying a pre-owned car. 1! Every AutoNation pre-owned vehicle is marked with our lowest price guarantee. With this next number, no worries. 125. That's the number of places we inspect on every certified AutoNation pre-owned vehicle. All protected with a money-back guarantee. The last number, 20,000 AutoNation pre-owned vehicles coast to coast. That's something you can count on. Shop now at AutoNation.com. Meep, meep.
Thirsty? Come early or stay late for our beer specials. Enjoy the game, a few friends, and great food. A good time is any time at Johnny Brusco's.
Get up with Amy Lynn and Casey Marler, weekday mornings starting at 4:30. Now, News Channel 11 Sports Director Kenny Hawkins.
The Sullivan South Rebels won their 5th straight game on Friday, more than doubling their win total from a season ago. And as News Channel 11 Sports' Kane O'Neill reports, it has been in a big part to a comeback from the team's senior leader.
Ethan Ward was forced to watch his Rebels from the sidelines over the last 2 years thanks to injury. But Union County learned last Friday that a healthy Ward means big trouble.
If he'd have been healthy the past 2 years, you would have seen these numbers over and over and over again.
I'm just blessed that I've been able to stay healthy.
Those numbers? 217 rushing yards with 3 rushing touchdowns, while connecting on 2 touchdowns through the air. A big performance that has pushed South to a 5-1 start to the season.
5 straight, and I thought we've played well. You know, we've hit a little bit of adversity in some games, you know, but we've battled through. And, you know, going 5 in a row, that's tough to do in any sport.
I think they've got a lot of confidence now. There's a lot of excitement around the program, and these guys work really hard. I'm glad that they're getting to benefit from all that hard work.
The Rebels went just 2-8 a year ago, but have quickly turned the program around under new head coach Justin Hilton. Ward is a big part of that success, but is trying to live up to the legacy set by those who have donned the Rebel uniform before him.
It's been a big goal of ours coming into the season is get us back where we belong, you know. And there's been some great teams come through here, you know, so we want to get back up to those teams and just kind of pay those guys back that have paved the way for us.
I'm just so happy for him that he's getting to experience this. He's put in a lot of work to get back to where he is, and he's doing a great job.
Ethan, on behalf of Watauga Orthopedics and Champlin Chevrolet, congratulations on being selected as the Player of the Week.
Reporting at Sullivan South, Kane O'Neill, News Channel 11 Sports.
College football Vols head coach Butch Jones took the team through a short workout last night, was pleased with what he saw. After practice, he was asked about job security following Saturday's 41-0 loss to Georgia. It was the first shutout in almost 290 games for the Vols, and how all the negative talk is affecting the team.
It's all part of the territory. It's pretty easy on me. I get up, I come to work, I don't listen to anything, and again, all our focus is on South Carolina, all of our focus is on this work week, but it does not affect me or the staff at all. All we have is each other. We got to work every single day, and we're responsible for what we create. And again, the only way you have to do is you have to go about work every single day, and you have to work to win, and you have to deserve victory in everything that you do.
And finally, in sports news, Channel 11 Sports has learned the Cincinnati Reds minor league baseball team has been given the green light to rejoin the Appalachian League. The Reds were a part of the Princeton Rookie League team in the mid-90s, and according to League President Lee Landers, the move to return was all but done, saying that the transfer wasn't official, but they had a clear right of first refusal. Pioneer Stadium had been home to the Houston Astros since 2004. Last month, the Astros announced they were parting ways with the Greenville affiliate. Sources also indicated that the Greenville team is likely to be operated by Boyd Sports. That's right, the same Boyd Sports that operates the Tennessee Smokies of the Southern League and the Johnson City Cardinals of the Appalachian League. And I spoke to their GM today. He is out of town, so that was kind of news to him. He's going to check on it and hopefully get back to me later tonight. But that is the story, and the Reds are coming to Greenville.
Pretty nice stadium for the Reds if they go there.
You're right.
Kenny, thanks.
Back in a moment.
Beef O'Brady's jumbo-sized wings and award-winning sauces just got better. How? With our new Wings and Things. Enjoy our wings with onion rings, fried mozzarella, pickled chips, ribs, or new jalapeno corn fritters. Get $5 off at beefobradys.com.
During the Sleep Shop at Zach's fall bedding sale, you can take advantage of this very special purchase, something we've never done before. Buy one Kingsdown mattress set, get a second set free. Here's how it works. Buy this king size, get another king size free. Queen size, buy one, get another queen for free. Plus, get other mattress savings throughout the entire Sleep Shop. And 0% financing is available on everything. It's the buy one, get one free at the Sleep Shop at Zach's fall bedding sale.
You got to get to Zach's. I'm Ralph Northam, candidate for governor, and I sponsored this ad because Ed Gillespie's attack ad about sanctuary cities is not true. If I'm governor and you commit a violent crime, it doesn't matter where you're from. You're going to prison.
Health Corner Health Tip. Pharmacists verify instructions from your physician on the proper amounts of medication to give patients. Come to Bluntfield Drug, where Jane and her staff take care of you and your family. For more information, visit News Channel 11's Health Corner at WJHL.com.
Don't freeze this winter. Come see Hearth & Patio's beautiful displays of Empire logs. Stay warm with Empire. Hearth & Patio in Johnson City.
For the hardest hits, pinpoint passes, and game-changing plays.
Otago Orthopedics and Champion Chevrolet have been proud sponsors of the Player of the Week for over 20 years.
Tune in each week at 6 and 11 for the Player of the Week weekly winner.
So we hear you're looking for the big game. Well, we've got you covered.
The Big Game Preview, brought to you by your local Toyota dealer, is everything you need to know about the week's most important matchup. Tuesday nights on News Channel 11.
Well, this is lame. Beef O'Brady's is where game time meets family time every Wednesday. When Beef's Game Time pizzas are just $9.99 all day and jumbo wings are just 79 cents. Beef O'Brady's, Wednesday accomplished.
Sports is brought to you by FriendshipCars.com.
Recapping our top story following what Eastman officials said about an hour ago now. There were 2 explosions and a fire that happened just before 11 o'clock this morning at their Kingsport plant.
Eastman officials said there was no long-term impact to the environment following those explosions at the coal gasification area of that plant.
Now, Curtis McLeod asked the questions, and Eastman responded, yes, there were emissions because of that fire and explosion, but the company says of no harm done to the environment. There was a traffic note. Jared Drive near Kingsport and near Eastman and Kingsport still closed tonight. It's going to be most likely for the rest of the evening.
Look for more updates right here on News Channel 11 and WJHL.com. And boy, we're looking good weather-wise.
Yeah, we are. It's staying nice and sunny tomorrow. Dry weather continues into Friday. We're finally looking at a chance of rain, though, as we go into the upcoming weekend. Cooling down, highs in the 70s. Sunday and Monday, our best chances of rain as tropical moisture comes north.
All right, that's our time tonight at 6.
Stay with us for the CBS News next.
Welcome to Valley Forge Wholesale, where we have something for everyone. Whether you need to stock up on daily cleaning supplies and food products, or you're looking for that unique specialty gift for the season, we have numerous items like toiletries, bedding, tools, or maybe you want the best price on a mattress or a recliner. We have new merchandise arriving weekly, so make sure you check us out frequently to see what's new.
New merchandise at wholesale prices. You have some see for yourself.
Isaac's Pools and Spas invites you to their biggest ever Gen Sale event October 13th through 15th. Hot tubs up to 35% off, 0% financing, no payments for 5 months, and 50% off all accessories. Isaac's Pools and Spas. Immerse yourself.
It's not just a truck. It's a way of life. It's who you are. It's proud, free, wild. It's a brotherhood. The Brotherhood of Tacoma. For over 50 years, Toyota has built the best, most durable, go-anywhere, do-anything trucks money can buy. That's the Toyota Tacoma. The truck that feels like it was built for you, because it is. Built in the USA. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Find out more at your Toyota dealer or buy at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
MS-13's motto is kill, rape, control. This violent gang has been tied to brutal murders across Virginia. Ralph Northam's policy? Northam cast the deciding vote in favor of sanctuary cities that let illegal immigrants who commit crimes back on the street, increasing the threat of MS-13. Ralph Northam, weak on MS-13, putting Virginia families at risk.
I'm Ed Gillespie, candidate for governor, and I sponsored this ad.
Isaac's Pools and Spas invites you to their biggest ever Gen Sale event October 13th through 15th. Hot tubs up to 35% off, 0% financing, no payments for 5 months, and 50% off all accessories. Isaac's Pools and Spas. Immerse yourself.
Does she hold the key? The FBI interviews the girlfriend of the Las Vegas shooter in the search for a motive for the massacre. Also tonight, the president comforts the wounded and praises first responders.
Go that way! A grateful nation thanks you.
The Secretary of State on reports he called the president a moron.
The places I come from, we don't deal with that kind of petty nonsense.
And modest heroes.
Tears of joy, of pride of our team and our community, and tears of sadness.